Demetrius Gelatis here with Minnesota Pool Bootcamp. We live in an age with abundant information about pool, but without organization and direction, it doesn't translate into bottom line results. I've been coaching full-time for over 6 years, and I've guided more than 200 students step by step to higher levels of pool. Now I've partnered with Slate Billiard Club to provide online group coaching and make our training available to players everywhere. No travel necessary. Join us online for just $19.95 a month. You'll get access to my Minnesota Pool Bootcamp playbook, covering cue ball, pattern play, mental game, and the common leaks that people have in applying this to get their game to the next level. The best part is I'll be there working with you every step of the way to give you the direction you need to see results right away.
All right, welcome everybody. This is Mike Pankoff at Slate Billiard Club. I'm going to go get the guys started here. I'll be right back to introduce them. All right, we're back. They just lagged. I missed it because I was walking. This is Mike Pankoff. I'm at Slate Billiard Club here in St. Paul, Minnesota. This is the match before the storm. There's a big storm projected tonight. We have 2 matches tomorrow. Who knows? And they might be rescheduled. I think Dave's working on that in the background. Dave O'Keefe, one of the owners, who's been helping to run this with our tournament director, J.D. Prestegard. We got a 555 and under 8-ball tournament, and we're down to the final 8 players. Yesterday, one of our matches was already played, and now we've got the second match of 4, James NEWMAN versus Keith Christian. Let's see how Keith breaks here. Little side ball break. Nice spread, but they all kind of hung out on the left side of the table. Tough one to run here. Looks like James is going to think it through a little bit. It'll give me a little more time to think it through also. A lot of these times, yesterday, Margaret was playing Brian, and Brian was fast and loose. I couldn't really methodically think about what to shoot here. He'd have already shot. Played a great match, Brian. He beat Margaret yesterday. This one, James versus Keith. Keith is a member here. He's played a lot, and he was preparing all morning. James showed up, practiced for about 45 minutes. They had a friendly conversation going. Everybody's in a great mood. The place is kind of busy today. Every table, people are practicing. More on the big tables today. These guys are on the bar box, though. This was an 8-ball tournament, race to 10, 555 and under. And these guys are both at right at the limit of the tournament at the high end. They're at the 542 and a 541. Not that that matters. This is 8-ball on a bar box. anything can happen. Let's see who gets hot. He's going to shoot the four ball. Or is it the 5 ball? Yeah, sorry, 4 ball. Adjusting my eyes to pink and orange. Okay, he's decided on solids. That means, you see what he did there, James? I've already got a little bit of respect for his decision making, in the sense he took a tough shot right away. A lot of people are gun shy. They want to just shoot a ball, get comfortable in his tournament. He took a tough shot to get on the balls that he thinks are better. I'd like to see how he solves the 7 ball. I know he had a plan. Hopefully he gets an angle here. Maybe that's what he wants, an angle to stun back and open it up. And what I mean by that is cue ball would come off the rail and maybe back up to here and bust him up, get a shot on it. I don't see that 7 opening up yet. He's got to hit this. Maybe he'd hit it where the cue ball will spin back and pop the underside of it. And that would hit the 11 and pop over here. And it would be open. He'd have the 3 as a shot. I think he could do that. Little bottom right on his cue ball. Let me get rid of that drawing. Let's see if he does that. It would be a nice little stroke here. These table runs fast. You don't know. A lot of people try to pound this ball. You don't really need to. You just stroke it nice. Cheat the pocket to the upper side, to the facing of the pocket. You don't want to rub the rail. You need that angle. Generate as much angle as possible. No, he's not doing it. All that analysis. He's going to shoot the 7 and play safe. That nice shot. Heady shot, because he doesn't, he's leaving Keith with nothing really other than safety here as well. Keith could, I'm going to go to the overhead here. Keith could go just tickle the cue ball right off of this to the back of the rail and just leave him right there. And just play a wait out game. I know everybody's at Shakopee today playing M8, so a lot of pool players maybe aren't tuned in yet, but if you are tuned in and you have the ability to chat, just say hello. I just want to make sure my technology is working and you guys can hear me. A lot of pool activity this week. This is pool season. And like I said, we got a projected 12 inches. Now, every year in March, we get dumped on one weekend, like early March. So we're due for this. But they always make it sound worse. It'll be 4 inches and it'll be no big deal probably. But everyone's saying this is going to be a big one. Keith's really thinking this through. These guys, this might be a longer set. Janny, if you're watching, I might be home a little later than I thought. This one, I would tickle the 9 and just play safe. It looks like he wants to shoot the 9. Good shot. You didn't have to pin him on the rail. The only thing by not getting it hidden behind the 9 is he's given James the 7 ball to shoot, so he doesn't have to worry about foul. He's actually going for it. He's going to back cut bank this. I want to watch it from the overhead. He's gonna back cut this right to this hole, and it's a big hole because of these 2 balls. So even if he hits it long, it'll still probably go. or off the 12. Oh, it's the only way it couldn't, is that it got that point. And unfortunately, a 7 ended up in a bad spot. But it was in a terrible spot to begin with, so at least it's out and playable once that 2 is gone. The 1 is still a problem. This is a real, the balls, like I said, they were all laying down the left side, so it's kind of one of those games where first game of a long set, they're gonna jockey for getting comfortable. There's no sense in hurrying here, other than a snowstorm. I'm alone today because no one's crazy enough to commentate with me. They got other plans. They got pool plans. It's Saturday. I was coming in anyway. Played Kyle a few games of 9-ball. Great safety there. Keith really pinned him on the 10-ball. I'm going to show you how I think it's frozen. So all he's got is this 5-ball. And he does not want to run out yet. So let's see if Keith wants to now. These balls are ready for him. He's just got to get the 12 free. But there's availability to get it free. So I think a lot of players I play against would go for it here. Let's see if Keith does. Again, they're just getting comfortable. This was a hefty entry fee tournament. And there's nerves in play. Nice shot. He's going for it. So 13 to 15 to 14. He's got to get that 12, though. So he wants to get an angle on this 14 to maybe solve the 12 now, or somehow get on that 11 to push the 3 into those. Maybe break open the 8 here right now. If he's going for it, that 8 is going to be a future problem, so there's no sense in waiting too long for that. Okay, now I'm worried about the 8. He's shooting the 9 off. Boy, he's a good shot. He's swishing the ball center pocket. This is the way a lot of players I grew up playing. When I grew up playing, a lot of players play like this. Very confident. Keith walks around the table real confident, gets up, shoots. Nice shot, Keith. Now he's got to get on this 12. So he waited till the end to solve these problems, but it looks like he might do it. Okay, he's going to swing his cue ball around 3 rails to get on this 12. Yeah, that's why he was gesturing right there under the 2. His cue ball, he wants to go off this 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And then he can break out the 8. Let's see if he does it. One, 2, 3. Oh, he went too far. Come on. Okay, he's got a shot at least to shoot it. Now let's see if he can play a miraculous bank into the side, draw back, break up the 8, and somehow get shaped too. He could, what I like, he could cut this 12. He could cut it. His cue ball will go right here. 12 will go in the corner. Cue ball will come into these. And he's got a hope on shape, but that's a possibility. He wants to get that 8 free no matter what, so that it puts pressure. That's what he was trying to do. Nice try, Keith. He made the ball, though. Do you see how good he pockets balls? Now he's got to he can just soft kick this 8 so that James doesn't have a shot, but the 8 will be free, so he would just bump up on it real slow, just sit his cue ball right on the 8. Okay, that works too, because now it's closer to the hole. If he bumped it, it would have been on the rail, and it would have been, you know, easy for James to play safe. I like what he chose there. I didn't know he could see the edge like that. James is going to, he could play safe, but as good as Keith just shot, and maybe he doesn't want to play safe and let him see this ball with a drum shot or a kick. So he could do this. I would shoot the 2, and I would cut it because it would blast the 3 open, and then I would play safe. But you got to solve those. Somehow maybe the 7 is, we got to get to that 7 as quick as possible. Let's see if cutting the 2 is realistic. Yeah, you can cut that. I mean, it might double kiss the 3 though. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I bank that. Yeah, I'm banking the 2. He's going to cut the 1. Nice cut. That was the most realistic play for pocketing. He basically, well, he could shoot the 5 right now and come back to him because that's the angle. Does the 3 go by? I don't think it does. So he doesn't have the angle. He needed to be on this side so that if he hit the 2, it would at least hit the 3. But now he's going to blast up off this rail and come back at him. Oh, instead of going for it, he said, I'm going to just get the proper angle on the 2 that I really wanted. Okay, waiting to the end. Let's see if it... So James is going to let Keith to the table with this easy 8 ball. That'll be game 1 for Keith. But that's very common in the first game, is you both stretching out. You both, I mean, they both played great shots there. But first game, a lot of times you see a few tiny hiccups, especially when pressure's in play. These guys are on live stream. I don't know how often they play on the live stream. Keith, Christian, 1-0. I see Blue Sky Dude says happy Saturday, everyone. If you are chatting, let me know. You guys can hear me, right? I mean, I hope that I haven't been talking through the first game on mute. It's the 32-player field here at Slate Billiard Club in St. Paul, Minnesota. Started about a month ago. Single elimination. First 2 rounds, they could play anywhere they want. And then the final 8 players are playing here at Slate on live stream. However, most of the matches were played here. But James is from the St. Cloud area, so they were going to play at 7 tonight. They decided to play at 2 because of the snowstorm coming. Glad they did. Okay, he broke a heck of a spread here. This should be runnable, but he unfortunately lost his cue ball through the stack. It didn't collide with anything, went right in the corner. And this is ball in hand. It's not kitchen. It's winter break, therefore it's ball in hand anywhere after the break. Those rules usually coincide with one another. He's going to go for solids. 3 ball, 1 ball. He probably doesn't like the 1 and the 5. The 2 he's got to get rid of too. And then he can go work those other 3. Maybe he'll work these 4 down here first. Okay, yeah. 3 to the 2 to the 1. He got too steep on the 2, though. Went too fast on him. I think he wanted to be about 4 inches before that. So now he's going to lose his cue ball down by the 7. In between the 7 and the 15, he'll probably have to shoot the 4 next, unless he spins it. He did spin it. Nice control, but now he's got the 7. Very nice, Jane. Maybe that's what he was planning. I'd like to get rid of the 5 and the 1, though. Those only have a few holes, and you got to get specific shape on them. So he's going to work the 4 and the 6 because they're under the 8. So these are all tough from here. I'm impressed if he gets out. He's got to have a good cue ball here. In fact, I might snapshot this later and work on this. This is a tough out. He's got to zigzag his cue ball. 1, 2, traveled a long way. So, and that's why I kind of was predicting it was going to be tough to get out, because he's got to travel his cue ball. Now he's got to recover. So he's going to cut this 5. And he was trying to get on the 6. So now he's got to improvise, cut the 5, and his cue ball is going to move another 4 or 5 feet to get on something else. But he's going to collide with the stripes. If he collides proper on that 11, which is what he's analyzing, he'll have a straight in 1 in the side. Let's see. Little fast table. Boy, he had the 1 in the side if he could have held that, but tickled the 1 on the way by, so he really has a good spin stroke when he spins the ball. That was really nice. Just a little unfortunate getting comfortable on the table still. He did just get here an hour ago. This table plays really good, but it rolls out another 6 inches usually. More than you'd think it would on a long shot. And then the pockets are playing tight because it's older cloth, and if you don't swish it, they'll rattle. But I cleaned the balls, so that should help. Cleaned them about an hour and a half ago. He can make this one. He's really committing to it. I'm gonna zoom back out. Cross side, 1 ball. Cue ball's gonna be flying. Nice try. He lost his cue ball though. It was just that was a real tough out. Yeah, you see enough of those outs where I've done a lot of drills where you put balls on the rails like the 1 and the 6 were. You do enough of those, you realize your cue ball's moving and you got to get real precise. Now Keith has a major problem with the 8. However, if he uses the 12 ball last, save this ball for last, and he can just get perfect shape for this 8 down the rail. So I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to probably take care of the 11, 13, and then the 9, 15, and save the 12 for last. He's real confident. He's just playing real quick. He felt himself playing quick, or maybe he was just looking at it. Maybe that's his style. He gets down, looks at it, and then backs off and thinks. Alex Paguline does that a lot. He'll get down on a ball, looks like he's going to shoot. Then he'll back off and walk the table. He's really committing to where he wants to go for this 9 ball. Do you want to get a little angle to come over for the 15 so that the cue ball would be by the 6 for the 15? He didn't like using inside English, maybe. I thought it was an inside English shot and he'd come straight out. Straight down the rail. But he used outside to come around 2 rails. Now he's got a tough cut. He does not want to shoot that 12. So he's going to shoot the 15 and zigzag up and down for the 9. That's the shot. He's got to use inside, though. Well, he doesn't have to. He could use outside. He could peel it straight up, straight down. That's the way I would probably shoot it. So the cue ball goes in this path. I'd be using left English. But he used outside before, and if you do outside, you got to hope to miss the 1, and then it would come 2 rails. Oh, he's shooting off the 12, and maybe he's going to run into something. Okay, he's just going to use the 15 to get under it. So now his cue ball has to go, after he makes this ball, his cue ball is going to want to be right here at the most, or right here. Or he comes under it and comes into this. Okay, he got a little too high, so he's kind of straight. So now he's going to have to play the original shot and get his cue ball to right here. Great shot, because he gave himself a shot. Now he's walking the table purely to commit. He's looking at it, letting his computer and his brain see it, visualize it. I like Keith's style. Steps back away. He walks down the line nice. Boy, he's been trained. This guy plays good pool. He's committing to the shot. He didn't want to think when he's down. Maybe a little bit of lack of confidence in it. It's early in the set, and, he's slow rolling that. Do you hit it firm? Do you smooth it? I like the speed he hit it. No one likes to get shape under balls like that and shoot it all the way down. So that was a tough shot. I'd put that in a tough category anyway. It's not like he was a 95%er on that. Good zigzag, but the cue ball's lost in the side, unfortunately. Boy, that was just his balls were not cooperating that rack. That puts Keith up 2-0. Hey, Chris. I just finally peeked over at the chat. I'm alone today, Chris, because everybody's playing pool. There's 20 people watching, so I'm not the only one. That rack is just, if I'm James sitting in the chair, I'm thinking to myself, well, that's pool. That just happens sometimes. The balls they just weren't laying right. They were just tough. They were in weird spots. They were all makeable, so it doesn't seem like it. In other words, I wouldn't beat myself up in the chair. This is early in the set. It's race to 10. You could be down 5-0 before you have to really sweat it. With winter break, anything can happen. Like this, he launched the cue ball and left it terrible clusters. So this one, James gonna have to do some magic. Hopefully he doesn't try to press, because he's only down 2-0. He doesn't need to press. And what I mean by that is over try to get out here. He could just establish and then play safe. So maybe if he stripes, solve that 12 somehow, shoot the 12-9 combo, and then try to either get out from there or play safe. I like the 12-9 combo because he's got ball in hand. It's not in the kitchen. I'll show you from the overhead. I would put my cue ball right there, play the 12-9 combo, and the 12 will spit over here. And he could play a stop shot and have the 14 next. I mean, he realistically, he could get out if he makes the tough one. And yeah, he sees the same thing I do. It's a stop shot. He's trying to, he's going to be within millimeters to make sure it's a stop shot. He does not want to get hooked on the 8-ball. He wants that 14 next. Yeah, let's see. A lot of times we try to manufacture when you multiple balls, hit multiple balls. See if he does it. Oh, he went forward and he got shape on the 12 maybe? Oh, the 15 inside. Or 11 inside, sorry. Nice. Yeah, he's out. I thought this was going to be tougher, but I think he chose the right shot and gave himself a chance to get out here. Let's see if he can do it. $12 come up. He's got to solve that 14-15. Get the center table here for the 13 or the 10. He's got the 10 now because that's all he's got. Well, no, he came far enough where he's got the 13. Let's see. He could shoot the 13 in the corner and come up under. So his cue ball will go boom, boom. He'd have the 14 next and the 15 would be out in play. So he might, even though he was upset at first, I think he was upset about his the cue ball extending out an extra foot there. I think this is ideal. Can he spin it to get up there, though? His cue ball might miss the 15, like this. Yeah, apparently it was too steep of a cut, and then he was going to just play the combo. And for those that were watching, you might have been thinking combo the whole time. I just don't. I didn't calculate that in yet. I like the combo now. But let's see if Keith can get back to running out. 7 down to break up the. He's going to shoot the 7 and break up the 2-5, the orange and blue. Good shot, Keith. Now he unfortunately doesn't have anything but the 1 ball. So he's going to shoot the 1 ball and play a stop shot. Just play it to make it. And his cue ball will probably be right here afterwards. Because if he draws it. Or he might just play it soft and leave his cue ball a little higher up. Okay, he changed his mind. He's going to play the tough combo because it was probably a 2-way safe, and it was. But he he left James. What he did is he tied up that combo that we were talking about earlier, the 14-15, and he's forcing James to shoot off his 10 ball. He left him nothing else. His 10 goes though. I might play the bank shot on the 10 and then try to break him up with the 13. Because if you break him up good from the underside, that, you know, from up here, if the ball comes in from up here, that 14 will stick on the 6 after the 6 gets out of there and stay in front of the pocket. I think you'll have shape on the 14 if you bump him proper. I don't know. He's in a bad spot here. Tough shot here. He's got to do that first. He's got to get rid of this 10. He might have been playing safe. I think he called it, but little firm. Now he's got that 1 ball again, or he plays the 4. Can he fit that 4 through there? Let's see. If I draw from this edge to the pocket, I don't know. Might go. I think the shot is to play the 1 in the corner. His cue ball will be here for the 6 next. Yeah. He's looking at it. Thank you, Chris. He wants to, he just really wants to make that through there, but I think the 1 is the shot. The 1 to the 6, unless he, you know, sometimes when you're at the table, you can see maybe the 6 doesn't go as easy as I think. Yeah, stop shot on the 1. Very nice straight stroke, Keith. It's always tough to make a long one after you've been bunting them around on a bar box with little 1-foot shots. Okay, 6 in the side. Let's see if he gets on this 3. He decided to blast it. He can make this 3 though. It's frozen, and a lot of times you just load it up with left English. You can make it. Problem is his cue ball is going to be flying a little bit. Oh, he got a little lucky to bump in that 10 ball. Because now James doesn't have balls hanging in the hole as a way of ripping the 14-15. Let's see if he can make that 14-15 still. Did they stay in the same position? Looks like he can still shoot that. Maybe right now. Yeah. He wants the edge of that ball to hit right there. So it's almost a stop shot. He's barely got to cut it to this way. Some people might cut it too much, and then the 14 will hit this point. You want to shave that. So a dead stop shot would be right like you're shooting at the rail right here, but maybe adjust up to here. Nice. We didn't want to make that. Now he's jacked up, but that 8 goes by it, it looks like. I think it does. Let's just... He's shooting quick, so it must. Oh, maybe it doesn't. Maybe he wasn't comfortable with it. He's going for the bank shot cross side. Yep. Okay, James, let's put you on the board. Be nice to get a good game like this, banking it in. Nice. All right, O'Keefe, you guys are all down there. My team is down there. Or our team, Slate team, is down there at Canterbury fighting it out. Okay, James. See how he breaks. Does he go off to the side as well? No, he's going head break. He's going to try to blast that one ball wide open. See what spread he gets. I see a tilt on that rack. No, James isn't that kind of guy. Just kidding. What a break. Maybe that's the way to break. It appears that he doesn't have a ton of options. I mean, it's unfortunate how well they're spread, and he's got to shoot a combo. But I agree. I love stripes. They're wide open, and he should be out if he makes this. Tough shot. Just unfortunate to break him so well and not be able to get a really basic shot to start your run. Now Keith probably agrees he's going to shoot the stripes as well. Okay, now the nine's a problem. He's got to attack the 9. He's got to get there as quick as he can, because it's only got one hole. There. No. Don't jack him up. Okay, nice shot, Keith. Now he's on that 9. He was thinking the same as me. There's Chuck in the background watching. One of our members. See if Chuck pulls any shark moves on him. I used to play in a pool hall in Colby's in Arizona, and there was a guy whose name was Wendell. He was like 84 at the time, and he'd come in with a floppy hat. Me and Bernie would be playing one pocket in quiet and meditative state, and he'd come in and sit down, and we'd miss a shot or something. He'd say, "Wow, you guys must be professionals." And it would take like 20 minutes to recover from laughing. It's hard to concentrate when someone makes a comment sometimes. That guy was hilarious. Yeah, Keith is out if he makes this 14 ball. But he'd rather wait on the 14 because it's a better key ball. But so in other words, it's not easy to get out here, but he should get out if he makes this. He's got the 13, then the 11, but the 11, he's got to get such an angle where he wants to get above the 8. He wants his cue ball for the 8 to be up here. So it would be nice if his cue ball was right there. Then he could draw right above it, maybe right there, a little bit higher. Just kind of caught the ball funny. Didn't catch the spin the way he wanted because he overcut that ball. Or he might have been trying to go rail and he missed the rail the way he wanted. You know, using the rail to spin it around it. And the spin just caught too much the way it connected. Off the 7. Ooh, nice try. Oh, cue ball. He was so hyper focused on the 11, he didn't realize his cue ball was gone. James might feel like he's got a gift because kind of felt robbed by having such a good break and not getting a shot and missing that combo barely. Now he's got a breath of fresh air. He wants to shoot the 7 and get on the 1. He can go work the 3-4-2, red, pink, blue last because those are above the 8. He can use the 2 last. Because that'll just bring his cue ball right into the 8 ball. Cue ball, when he gets on the 2, his cue ball will come up to here. So he might be shooting the 1 into the 11 to blast it out off the 11. Watch the 11. Oh, he missed it. He's laughing at himself. I think he was trying to hit the 11. He's like, I do that too. I like laughing because that's the only thing you can do in pool to survive for a long period of time. Now he has to shoot the 3. He doesn't want to. Playing safe. And he let the cue ball out so that he can see the 11. Kind of has a demeanor like Rob Matson. Rob Matson gets up and looks at that like he's going to make it. That's what Keith looks like. He looks like he's going to shoot this in somehow. I think he's in trouble. Unless he knows a double kiss shot. I don't think that kicks under the 7 unless he hits it real sweet. He could 2 rail, you know what I mean? That come off of this rail right here. He's just going for the hit. And leaving safe. Oh, nice shot. He's going to torture Keith a little bit. Probably around 5 o'clock. It's 2:46 right now. Probably, I'm guessing the over-under is about 5 o'clock is when we'll be done. 4:35. These games will get faster once the balls open up. I can already tell James, once he gets a rhythm, and same with Keith. They don't play slow once they're in a rhythm. Look at this. Good shot. He covered the 6. Got a good hit and covered the 6. So Keith might come back to the table here, even though he's underdog to win the game here with James having control with all these balls. James could do a little more torture. Just play safe off the 4. Could go over here and just play the cue ball to get the cue ball down here. You could even kick underneath the 4. A lot of people don't like to kick because you might, as soft as you're hitting it, you might not hit it where you get a good hit. Might hit the rail first and come out and foul. I think he gestured to the side pocket as his call, so he might go down for the 7 and try to bust the 6 free, go for a run out. I think he rattled it. It's okay though. Look at this. Say it was a 2-way. Again, Keith hopped up the way his mannerisms are. It's a scary. It's like, whoa, he's gonna make it, I think. Yeah. Let's add it. I mean, this is real low percentage to make, but he can definitely hit it. And let's see where his cue ball goes for safe. The 3 is hanging. Maybe the shot is just to roll up on the 11 and get a good hit and leave the 11 there so the 6 is still a problem. Leave the cue ball on the rail or unjacked up on the 11 just because then he won't be able to blast the 7 to bust the 6 free anymore. Still get him back to the table maybe. Yeah, just like that. Now, I don't know if it was frozen, but I think he checked it. If that was frozen, that's a foul. Must not have been. He's got to shoot the 7. So he's going to. He's going to play the 4. Pink, and then he's going to try and get on this. Maybe he plays the 6 last. Unfortunately, I think that it's going to go 4, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, he didn't get out far enough to shoot the 3 unless he loads up with English. He could load up with right English, come off the bottom rail where the chalk is, and blast to the underside of the 6, but he wants to get a proper angle, which is right there. So this is gambling. He's saving his problem for the last ball. I think if you look back at this, James playing one more save or 2. Unless you get a shot. It's worth a try. I like playing the aggressive route early in the set, though, so I like what you did. Straight back bank. Draw up for the 8. It's cue ball. 6 ball straight back to this pocket. And his cue ball will draw off it up to here. Well, he's going forward with it, it looks like. Playing safe. Smart. Keith can make this if he wants to kick it. Point about right there. If he hits this, no, he's going for just a clean hit. That's too easy to cut in for James. He's going to cut that in and get on the 8 ball. Cue ball will probably shave to about right there. Watch outside pocket. Well, it was a steep cut, and a lot of times we shoot steep cuts firm because we think we need to, but I think using spin or just clean shave softy was all he needed there. Easier said than done, though. That was a tough little cut. I think it looked easier on camera, too. Because these bar boxes, when you cut them, you got to really cut. But that puts Keith up 3-1. Let's see if Chuck is still there. Yep, Chuck's still watching. Got a few people playing. One guy's playing, looks like with the lights out, or maybe he's packing up, or just getting there. Okay, Keith, let's see. Side ball 12 ball here, pink stripe to the side rail with his cue ball. Good spread, no balls. You know, he's decided on solids here. I kind of would have liked going up and bumping the 14 to make room to shoot the 7 here, right here. You'd go ahead and just draw right back into the 14. Okay, that worked maybe. I think he can still see the 7. That worked out. He could bump off the top of the 13 and I don't know. What shape is he going to get here? Let's look from the overhead. Because his cue ball will probably brush this into the 13 and over. So if he goes forward with his ball, see if he draws. Maybe he comes backwards. Yeah, he came back instead because he didn't feel comfortable. Now he's got the 3 ball. He's got this one in the corner. Unless he can see the 6. If he can see the 6 into the side, that's the shot. Maybe. I like the 3 in the corner though. It might look easier on the camera than it is in real life. That's a tough shot from off the rail. But he's shooting it. Draw to the side rail under the 12 or above the 12. No, he's going forward. He might have been playing safe, trying to tuck his cue ball in there. But Keith can do some damage with his cue ball now. He can go in there and get his cue ball nuzzled on that 7. Check this out. He could get his cue ball right there. Easy. See if he does it. But they go, so he might shoot the 15 in the side. I think that 12 ball goes in the corner from this shot. So why not try to run out here, Keith? You got the 15 in the side. And all the other balls are open once you shoot that 12. He's going to play safe, though. Yeah, really nice shot, Keith. I like that. You buy yourself some time and you put the 9 ball near a hole to make those 2 really easy next time. Good shot. Looks like James has been to New York to play Amsterdam Billiards, famous pool hall there. Yeah, he just said, you go ahead and take ball in hand. I'm going to try and tie up some balls for you and see if you can get out. So this is one of those where you could practice this and run it in 2 or 3 different ways. What's the best way? I love the 10 ball into the corner, 12, 10 in the corner, 12. So put my cue ball right, well, let's go to the overview. I like putting my cue ball right here, shooting the 10 in the corner, shooting the 12, or the 9. I could go to the 9, then the 12. 9, 11, get rid of those. These 3 balls are a problem. So maybe work on those 3 balls and use the 12 if I'm an inch off on my shape. Use it as like an insurance plan. Get shape on 2 of them every time. I'd start with that 10 though, or the 9. You could shoot the 9 or the 10 into the corner. I wouldn't, I guess the 11. Any of those 3. If he sees something that's easy to just move his cue ball slightly. See, that kind of was real nice on the 10 now for this, where I would have put it to begin. So that was nice. Yep, now he's got the 12 as his backup plan. He almost rolled too far, but he's okay. Now he's got the 15 or the 9 after the 12. Whichever one he prefers getting on. He's got to solve the 9 as quick as possible. I think that's the funniest one. So maybe 15, 12, 15, 9. Gave up on that stroke, but it still went. He was so close, he was trying not to foul. So he recoiled. He's not perfect. He has to use inside English. So when he comes off the rail here, his cue ball, if he has to use left English in order to peel it back upwards. He'd love to come to here. But that's tough peeling. His cue ball naturally wants to go like this. So he's shooting the 9 instead. That goes. He stayed down on it. He knew that he missed it, and that the slow roll, the cut-induced friction, brought it back just enough. Good shot, though. He's on the 14 or the 13. So now he can sit here and relax and think what's best. I think the 13 is best. Shoot that 13 into the corner. Put your cue ball right here. Nice. Now he's got, it looks like that 15 goes by. So I think he's okay to save that for last, even though he wanted to get rid of it earlier. But this one, he's going to have a back cut. This one's tough. That rolled out another 4 inches. He wanted to be right here. This one's no hanger. I always use inside English here. It kind of helps cheat the pocket. You back cut these balls. When you use inside, it accepts it better because you're hitting it firm. I try to back off how firm I hit it and use a little inside, and it kind of helps accept the ball. Tough shot here because it barely goes. It feels like it barely goes. I think it goes, though. James has to be happy because now he's back in the set here. It's early still, but 3-2 will be a lot better than 4-1. I think that 4 ball is the one. 4-1-6-3. Or maybe he saves the 4 and goes 6-1-4-3. Oh, he's going to use the 1 into the side. So he's going to shoot the 1. After he shoots a 6, his cue ball will be right here. Very nice cue ball. Now he's going to drift up and be right here. But yeah, I think right there. Came a little short, and you see now he's got to come with a stroke. So he's got to come to, he needed to be here. Now he's got to come to the side rail and back out. Nice draw stroke. Very nice. He committed to a nice stroke there. 3-2, James. Or Keith is up 3-2, excuse me. That's it for Chuck. Chuck's seen enough. He comes in and out 3 or 4 times a day, on the weekends especially. Looks like James might take a little break. I'll give you guys a recap here while they're taking a breather. Oh, they have a question. Hang on. Take what you want to remember, we'll do that. James was asking. He only has $2 on him because society has gotten where we don't carry much cash anymore. So he was wondering, how do I get a few sodas? And I said, you can pay for card. We'll just ring it up at the end. It's kind of like an honor system here. There's no counter where you go up and pay a cashier or something. You just kind of go grab what you want out of the fridge and pay on your own. So I was coaching them through it. Anyway, this was a 32-player field here. St. Paul, Minnesota, Slate Billiard Club. We're private membership, about 70 members. But this is one of the ways we advertise our club to people in the pool community here in Minnesota, Wisconsin area, Iowa even. Have host tournaments. And the next one is a 625 and under. Dave O'Keefe and under. That'll be 9-ball, race to 17 on the bar box. Similar to this, single elimination where you've got play where you want the first few rounds, but most of them play here. And then the final 8 play on live stream. And here we are in the final 8. Brian beat Margaret a few days ago. He's got the first ticket into the final 4. James is now playing Keith here, trying to get the second ticket. And then we had 2 matches scheduled for tomorrow, but they might get canceled due to weather. We'll see. Okay, he had, again, a nice spread, but lost the cue ball. We got green light special here for Keith. I really like stripes here because the 2-ball is a problem for there's no real major problems, but the 2-ball is an issue for solids. So when I'm looking at a rack, I diagnose immediately the worst ball, and then I start working back on the other side and say, okay, what's another? Just see who's got the worst problems, and he agrees with me. Stripes is the best. Get rid of those ones. The ones in the middle of the table you want to get rid of. Because they're tough to get on. Even though they visually seem easy, you got to get specific on them. He's going 12-ball in the corner, and then he's going to probably shoot the either 14-11. Yeah, save the 9 as a moving ball. Because the nine's not in the center of the table. It's more closer to the pocket than it is the center. So I guess it's about 50-50. 11 to the 9 now. Now he can get rid of the 9 and move over either to the 13 or the 10. Very nice. He zigzagged it to control his cue ball better. He knew he hit it good too. He walks to his next shot before the ball even is halfway there. Very nice. He got on the 10. So 10 to the 15 to the 13. He's got to save the 13 for last. Because of the way the cue ball, he's just going to roll up. I think I almost want to stop this. Let's see on the overhead. I think if his cue ball ended up, his cue ball is going to go this direction. So off the rail to here. And then he could go forward to here for the 13. Okay, he got a little flat. See how he's straight as an arrow now. He was an inch lower than where I said. So he's going to maybe go past it and get his cue ball to here to play in the corner. Yeah, that's what he did. Now he's stuck on the rail and he's got a funny angle. So his cue ball, unfortunately, the way it's sitting, his cue ball is going to go through this, off this 4, and here perfect for the 8 ball if he makes it in the corner. He missed the balls totally. I was way off. Oh my goodness, did you see that? Wow. What a shot, Keith. Yeah, that 13 I had misdiagrammed because I didn't see the angle on my screen that way. What a shot. Boy, it'd be cool to make some highlight reels from all these videos. That was one I'd put on it. I didn't even know you could see the edge. Well, Chuck's back. Looks like he went and got another beverage. Diet Coke. Okay, 4-2. Side ball break. He's shooting at the 10 ball. So as predicted, that scratch last time by James really changed the momentum because that was the balls were wide open for an out. Credit to Keith for actually getting it done though. That was a tough last few balls. This one's wide open too. If he can play solids and get the 7 free, the 7 needs to be solved. So maybe he could shoot for the 5 and get under it now. I don't know. No. Maybe eventually when he shoots the 2 ball, he's got to shoot the 5, then the 2 to the 7. Well, he didn't get on the 1 or the 4 or the 6, so he has to shoot the 3. He got in the only spot that didn't get on any of those 3 balls. He had these 3 to get on. He couldn't get on it. A little unfortunate that he didn't get on one of those. So now he's in trouble on solving that 7. But he can make this. He's on a little run here. Boy, he's a real confident shooter. Tough cut shot there, and he made it. And I think he's on the 4. Look at him. Look at it. It doesn't, I don't think the 4 goes. 6 in the side. Oh. Good shooting, though. He got through a rack and a half there with some good shooting. Held some table time. Let's see how James responds here. Yeah, Chris, what a shot. No kidding, JD. Shot maker for sure. He's quick about his thinking, too. He just says, I'm doing it, and then boom. JD's predicting Keith will win this tournament. He's got to get through this match, JD. James has something to say about it. He's going to be up or only down 4-3 here in a second. However, well, I take that back. This 12 ball now. He's got to manufacture a shot here. He didn't get on the right side. He needed to be over here or up here for the 11. So now his cue ball will come under, and that's no good. So he might have to go boom, 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 and come around with the inside draw. He knows this is a tough shot, so he's got to commit to this. Let's watch his follow through here. Played safe. Hey, the momentum might have just shifted with that, James. Get a roll sometimes when you miscue, and this is one of those cases. I don't think he left anything, and that's why Keith is scratching his head. He could shoot the one off the rail, off the bottom of the, the one down to here, off the bottom of the 12 and in. His cue ball will be flying. Yeah, he tried that. Covered the hole too. James has a chance though. James could. Well, the 7's still a problem, so it might be in his interest to find a safe where he solves this 12. This 12 needs to be solved. Because that is still a problem. He could solve it right now and know that he might come back to the table. I really like taking the cue ball and going boom, boom, boom. Unless that looked like a scratch. I don't know. I can't tell. But he decided to cover a hole. Covered the... Yeah, Keith's smart to shoot this bank to solve that problem. And, oh, I thought he was going to make the 11. So Keith did what I was saying James ought to do, solve the problem that you have. The chess part of the game was get that problem. Now if James solved that 12, that's so he's going to bury him under the 8 maybe. Or is he swinging at it? He's swinging at it. Oh, he got it. Oh my gosh. There's another highlight reel. It clipped it. And he's not even reacting. Like, if I did that, I would smile at my opponent. And I wouldn't apologize, but I would smile at my opponent. That was a great shot. He just kept chewing on his snack and acted like it was another day. Another day in pool. No problem. 4-3 here. Well, this is a long shot here. And he's got to hit it accurate. Just hang if he doesn't hit it straight. Ooh, confident stroke. Very nice, James. Oh, sorry, senior. Yes, I should have known that. I forgot that he's playing probably. He's probably winning something today. JD, that is. Okay, he's been spreading them real well, but his cue ball's been flying. Let's see if he can control his cue ball in the center of the table. See if we can get it in this little circle right here as cue ball. Great cue ball. But nothing went. It's kind of the break on these bar boxes is kind of like golf, you know. Your driver's working, your putter isn't. Squat the rock, nothing goes. It's going with solids. 6. Is he going to shoot the one up in the corner? Believe so. He's taking on the tough shots early, which is what you were saying, Mr. Prestegard. Smart, wily old veteran. Now he could shoot this 4, but he's running into the 7, so he'll just bump the 7 and have shape on the 7. Unless he draws out for the 5. Oh, he did. Or, yeah, he drew over. Okay, I didn't know if I thought it was too steep for that. Okay, 7 to the 5 now. Drift his cue ball. Now, this angle is important to get on the next ball. He wants to be like right here. Or get on him now. Yeah, that's what he decided. He said, that's too hard to get on. The 5 was too hard to get on the 3 and the 2. So he said, I'm going to get on him now and save the 5. Now, he could play this 3 off the 8 into the side. He went with the 2-railer in the side. That was a tough out. $15 in the side. Does that slip by there easy, or is that a tough shot? Looks like it goes. Slips right by the 8. Watch the 8 ball. Yeah, that was a tough. It required like I think there was only like an 1/8 of an inch of room. He's got to shoot the 3, I think, because the 2 is a problem, though. Okay, he created a few more problems there. The 12 and the 9 are an issue, and now the 11 isn't easy either. Up there high, closer to the side pocket. I might take the tough cut on the 13 and get on the 11. But I'm probably playing safe. Oh, creative shot. Left him jacked up on the 8 so that he can't see the 2 and the 3. He has to shoot the 5. That's pretty smart because the 9 doesn't go with that 5's there, so maybe he'll be forced to shoot it. Keith's looking at a kick on the 3 or the 2 just to not have to shoot it. Yeah, Keith's smart too. He says, I'm not going to move that 5. Got a good hit, and he put it over to block that other ball. This game could take another 10 minutes. Yeah, it's funny. His shirt says established 1989, the Amsterdam Billiard Club that he's got. Everything was in a boom for pool in 1989, and that was the year I started getting serious about pool. Bought my first table for myself. I went and got a job just to buy an 8-foot table to fit in my mom's basement. Worked for 2 weeks at a warehouse. Color Money brought on a lot of pool players. They need another one. We were lucky to have someone like Martin Scorsese do something, because some of the pool movies are terrible. Pool hall junkies, I mean, come on. But there was a scene out of there. That lion scene is awesome. That's Christopher Walken. Anyway, 14 in the corner. He tried to spin over to break him up. Fortunately, he didn't lose it into the drink. He could tuck him under the 5 right now. He could go off the 10 and put him right there under the 5. He's shooting pretty quick. He just wants to solve the 9. So he made the problem still exist. But it was a good save. I like his choice there. He just thought real quick there on that one. Keith doesn't want to move it yet, so he's going to shoot the 3. Or no, he's going to shoot the 2. He's going to solve one of the problems. Made the bank. Oh, he made the 8. That was going to take a while, that game. That's frustrating. Now it's tied 4-4. The senior, you might have jinxed him. Oh, I hope you didn't. Yeah, let's see what his cue ball does here. Five in the side. Now he's making balls. Look out. Get James on a roll here. I feel like I saw a light turn on, see who's playing. Yeah, if he goes with solids here, I don't know if he's got any issues. So 2 to the 4. He wants to get rid of that 4, I think. 4 on the side. No, he's going to wait on it for the other side. 7, 3. I liked the 4 a second ago, because then he could use the 1 last. But maybe he uses the 4 last. 3 to the 1 to the 4. Yep, that's what he's going to do. I like that route. Good shooting, James. This will put him at 5-4. Quick lead here. He's opened real nice for him. Now he just stop shot. When you can do that little a cue ball movement and make it look at that easy, this game is really Really nice. Why is he overthinking this one? I don't know. Maybe it's a little funny on the angle. Got to hold it. Oh, he played off the 14. It was a subtle angle. Nice shot. And I think this goes by no problem. It looks tight, but I think it goes by no problem. Yeah, nice shot. Yeah, I know, senior, but since you said something, he's won every game that James has. So you might be jinxing him in the chat. Your boy Keith. Keith is a good player. They're both good players. They're starting to stretch out now, and that was a huge confidence builder for James. Break and run one. I think that was our first break and run. Okay, he wants stripes. Fast and loose here. He's saying he's going to rock and roll. 14 to 13. Oh, he miscued there a little. So he has to shoot the 15 down. I think he was trying to get on the 13. Oh, he banked it off the 13. Wow, whoa, confident. Okay. 11 back cut. Oh no, he's banking it. I think that Rob Matson comment I made earlier was a good comparison in the sense once they rock, he gets a rock and roll rhythm going. Like Matson's scary when he plays that fast. Okay, it's solids look nice, but the one ball has to be solved. So he could solve it right now. He could come off this rail and rip into it. Soft. He doesn't have to go hard. Nice. Okay, a little bit more full. I think he unfortunately has to think about safe here because he still has enough balls to play safe. He didn't go too far into his run to, have to keep going. So he's going to back off and think about it for a minute. If he can shoot the 6 and save the 7 to break out the 1, that's what he's trying to. He doesn't want to shoot the 7 because he could use it to get to the 1 later. So 1 to the 5. Yeah, he lost it. He lost his cue ball a little bit. But I think he was trying, maybe a little outside English to bring his cue ball straight across the table for the 5, right? Like right here. I thought that's what he was trying to do. So Keith has a chance to get on this 9 now. And he did. He got the 13 to the 9. The 10 ball is kind of tricky, though. Let's see where the 10 is going to go from the overhead. Well, he's got a nice angle on the 9. I don't know if that goes by. I don't think it goes by this way. No problem. He'll swing into him and get shape for the corner. It's going to draw into the 5. No. Okay, he got a good hit out of that. Boy, I don't know if he deliberately went in his chair and said, okay, enough dilly-dally, and I'm just going to play pool now. But his pace went up about 2 times as fast just in this last inning or 2. I'm talking about Keith. All right, James should be out here. These are all laying nice 4. And if he doesn't get on the 5, he can shoot the 6. But he wants to shoot that 5 as soon as possible. Can bring his cue ball to right here and use either the 1 or the 5. Right there is where he wants to be. I'm shooting the 5 here. It's easy to get shape on the 1 if you shoot the 5. It's not that easy to get shape on the 5 if you shoot the 1. I mean, it's not hard, but it's slightly, well, he likes using the 5 as a key ball. So let's see if he strokes us to get it back. Oh, very nice. Sometimes I'll overcook that and wish that I had shot the other one. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably 50-50 of which one was better. Very nice. He gimmed that. Now he's got 8 in the side or the corner. I like the corner here because it's a huge pocket. And so does he. Almost hit that where he didn't make it though. These tables are tough. I'll still bet. Okay, I know. I'm not betting with you. 6-4. I believe it is 6-4. Yep, he's going to move it now. Nice break. Stripes look real nice here. But solids do too. 4-ball and the 14. Or is that the 10? The 4 and the 10 or whatever that is in the upper rail. Those are the funny ones. He could shoot the 2, it looks like, if he wants solids. He could shoot the 3-6 combo if he wants solids. I think the 3-6 combo goes. If you put the tracer on a straight-in shot, I believe it goes. But he preferred stripes. Can't blame him. But that 10, and the 9 and the 10 and the 11 need to find a home. He is in trouble. I think solids were the balls there. He could shoot either though. He could have shot in either. Just needed to get down there for that 11 was going to be tough though. Shooting the safety right now to try and cover the 2. Now, if Keith wants to rock and roll here, he could shoot the 4-2 combo. Might be analyzing whether that. I think the 3-6 combo goes into the side, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, 4-2 combo here. Nice. And now we don't have to worry whether it goes, but the other one, does it go? Let's look at the overhead. 3-7. Oh, they're wired. Let's see, a straight line would be right there. So maybe they're not wired. Maybe it hits this point. He could throw them. They're close. They're not close, and they're like, I guess they're half an inch away, so that's not close enough. You need to be like less than 3/8 of an inch to throw them with just. Let's see, maybe he can throw it by hitting the right side of the 3. This side of the 3 will push the 7 this way. Yeah, he overthrew it. Oh my goodness. He must have spun it too. Yeah, I like your math, Mr. Prestegard. You are correct. I am 60% favorite right now. Maybe 70% if now that he's at the table. Well, I'm not rooting for either. I was just saying we might have jinxed Keith by crowning him too early. Okay, James, what are you going to do? He's going to shoot the 5 all the way down and bump the 1. Is that what I... No, or... No, he's striped, sorry. The 11 off the 1. Oh, he got rid of the 4. Okay, well, at least all his balls are playable now. The 10-11 lay funny. But all of his balls are open if he comes back to the table. Keith has to decide whether he wants to shoot this 1 because he's stuck on the rail and he doesn't have much room to manipulate his cue ball. He'd have to use a little power follow stroke, so he might want to shoot the 7. If he can squeeze by here and shoot the 7 in and put his cue ball right here. And he's decided on the 1 power stroke. Now watch him follow through here. Very nice strokes, Keith. But now he's got the 6 goes by, but it goes by like it's kind of a trick shot. Yeah, I like using inside here. Let's see what he does. No problem. At that speed, no problem. But did you see that if he had hit that firm, it might have rattled. Now the 3's a problem. He can break it up with the 5, though. If he gets his, he's going to shoot the 7. No, he's not. He's going to play safe. Okay, he just wanted to wait. I was thinking he'd play it and then get up right here with his cue ball and then break out that 3. But let James back to the table, and I think he can see this 11 ball. I don't think he's jumping. I think he can see it with, oh, he is. He will need to jump. I don't think that he can get by that. So people that jump, this is an easy jump shot for people that jump. You have enough time to get over the 5, and you have enough time to land. He decided he likes kicking it. I think what he was doing was he knew that it was a 2-way safe. I don't think this 5 goes by, or maybe he's gambling that that's too tough to go by, and yeah, that was a tough shot. Okay, now the 12's open. This will get Keith right back into it. I think Keith's out, or I'm sorry, James. Seven to 4 if he gets out here. He's got to get the right angle on the his last ball to get on this 8 so that he gets his cue ball right here. So which ball are you going to use? Does the 9 even go by the 11 easy? Yeah, it does. He's going to use the 11 to get on that 8. Let's see if he gets the right angle. He's got a steep angle. His cue ball is going to come over here. Watch out side pocket if he hits it too thin. He's going to try and hit this 11 as full as he can. Try to hit this 11 as full as he can, and his cue ball come off this rail and up to here at the speed where it doesn't come out and lose it to center table. It looks like he's going 3 or 4 rails here. Yeah, he's going 4 rails. Unbelievable if he doesn't get hooked on the 3. Oh, wow. And he might have been scared of that side pocket, drawn back to that side pocket. He really hit a good cue ball there, but just unlucky on this. The speed need a little bit firmer to come up and hit the 7. 5 rails. But he does have a jump cue. This is makeable. It was a delicate one because he had to hit it soft enough so it would come down and not bounce over the 8. Yeah, tic-tac-toe here. 5, 7, 8. I'll go reset the score right now. It's quite a match. We got 6-5 now, and it is moving quicker than I thought. Now that we got through some of those safety games, and their pace just picked up automatically because they're getting more comfortable. This is about the point of the match where they start breaking and run. Most matches that I've been watching, they start breaking and running right around now. 10th, 11th, 12th game. Nerves are gone. Eleven ball coming to the side rail. Let's see if he can get a good spread. Nothing on the break. It is a good spread though. $14. He's going with stripes. Oh, looks like the table's going to still be open, but a solid fell. So it'll be interesting to see if Keith decides to take stripes here. They're both very playable. I don't think there's major problems on either. The 14 ball, if I play stripes, I want to get rid of the 14 ball ASAP. He decided to play stripes. That's what I kind of felt too. Because the 1, 2, 5 are kind of in a cluster. Let them be there and out of the way. Okay. 10 ball. Now, if he can get on this 14 real right there, that would be nice. Or does he come down? He's going to use a lot of left. Or right, I mean. Yeah, I think he went too far. He got stuck on the rail, but he's got the 15. There it goes. 13, 11. He's using the 14 last, so that's scary to me because I diagnosed that early as a problem. I don't know if he can get on this 14 easy. Let's see if he's flat on this 11. So he's going to probably leave himself a long shot from off the rail. I think he's going to just roll up and leave his cue ball right there. Yeah, maybe that was probably the only way to get a shot. He was trying to spin. What he was trying to do, I believe, is come off this rail and come out up to here with a lot of spin. So he's in trouble. Let's see what he decides, if he's going to play a cautious play that plays safe. Yeah, just get the 14 in play near a hole and just hope that James doesn't run out. Seven. I don't know if he wanted to bump that 8 over. I think he was trying to go around the 8 to get on the 3. Now he's got to shoot a steep 3 into the side. He doesn't want to leave that 3 because it's in the center of the table, and that's kind of a danger zone. It might go straight in the corner. He's shooting the 2 instead. Maybe the 3 was too steep. He doesn't like the cue ball zigzagging up and down the table. I like the 3. It's also a 2-way. Whereas that isn't. Look out, he might have got lucky. Yeah, Keith is in trouble here. He got a fortunate safe out of that. If you look back at that one, I think 3 might have been the shot, even though your cue ball was running like reckless, probably. Just because if you missed the 3, the cue ball wouldn't. I mean, he ended up safe anyway, but it would have been more. Oh, wow. No, he didn't end up safe. What a shot, Keith. Look out. Okay. 6-6. Another highlight reel shot there, Keith. Good shot. Whew. So now we got to race to 4. These guys haven't really taken a real break yet either, so I imagine they will soon. Being very polite about the live stream broadcast, so no one's really abused it. Some people take a break here and there, but most come back pretty quick. Let's see if he's got the same score we have. Yes, it is 6-6. Gonna hit the 12 ball. Okay, this is the typical response of a second ball break. You get a little cluster. So I don't. This is very difficult to run. I'd be shocked to see an out here. But the stripes are playable. So if he can get on that, yeah, this shot is everything. If he can get on this next ball, because his cue ball is going to bump into a few things here. So that 14 now is a problem. The 13, I think it sneaks by. But you might want to play safe here and just say, okay, I've established the better suit because the stripes are better. And just maybe duck off the 14 here and get it free. Put the cue ball on the end rail. Push this 14 over the rail and bring the cue ball down here maybe. If you could do that. Let's just see if that 13 even goes by. If I draw a line, looks like it does go by. How do you solve that 14 is what he's thinking. Wonder if that 14 goes off the 7. 14 ball into the rail. No. Off this. No. 13. Okay, he's not frozen on the 3, so he can see this 11. But he's decided to run balls. Let's see if he has a plan for the 14. This will easily get him on the 10 or the 15. Maybe he's trying to get on the 14 now. Yes, he is. Well, they got him under the balls here where I was originally saying it's kind of safe down here. The only shot, well, he's got the 6 in the side or the tough 2 ball. Yeah, I didn't see the 6 in the side at first. Now, is that 1 go? Because the 1-3 are his only problem. If the 1 goes, it's opening up nice. I think he's just opening them up. Yeah, he just wanted to solve the problem. It's kind of challenging James to get out. James has the 15 or the 11. Now let's think this through. If you shoot the 11, you'd have the 15 next. You can't solve the 14 with it. If you shoot the 15, you'd have the 11 next, and maybe you could bump into it like he's gesturing to. So he's going to probably shoot the 15 and draw back a couple inches and manufacture an angle into that 11 into the side so he can get the 14 bumped. The 8 is huge, though. Yeah. I think he's concerned about running the 8 and not being able to bump the 14. I think the 8 is an impediment. So he played a stop shot. I think that's too steep. Now he's definitely going to hit the 8. Unless he's trying to hit the 8 intentionally to bump the 8 into one of the 7 or the 14. Like that. Now the 14 goes after. Yes. I think he thought that well. He thought that through well. Very nice done. And now this is, he's not out of the woods. The 12 ball is tough. He's kind of jacked up over the 8. And he's got to hit this soft because the cue ball is going to run loose. There's so much, he's got to cut it so thin. Yeah, softy. And he hung it. Oh, tough shot. I notice Keith went back to a pace like game 1. Maybe it's because it's 6-6 now, race to 4, versus before he was down. He was, maybe his form of playing like a lion when you're down is quick. Okay, he landed on the 2 and the 4, so he can shoot the 2, 4, 1. Or 2, 1, 4. Yeah, they probably shoot the 2, then the 4. Yeah, he's trying to get it, come back to that rail where he just gestured. Yep. Now he can play for the 7-3. He can play for all 3. I'd like to get on the 1 right here. Try to get on the 1. Got on the 3. I think he got the perfect angle to come up. I think he wants his cue ball right here. Yeah, nice. Now he's out. Oh, Senior Prestergaard, you're getting more and more correct as we go. You see how he's taking his time now because he knows he's out, but he wants to be sure. There's no sense in making an error here. It's a wily old veteran move. Walking the table and just relax. Kind of a form of torture for the guy sitting in the chair too, because he knows he's out. I'm just playing a stop shot. I just don't want to leave myself on the rail. Play it to where you're not on the rail. There, yeah, just like that. Now, yeah, you could go rail first or full ball. I like full ball draw back. So you don't, yeah, just like that. Hit it just firm enough to get off the rail, but this is no hanger because it's nerve-wracking this time of the set. Very good shooting, these guys. Few unfortunate misses. That 12 ball that James missed was tough. He creatively solved that problem, though, and just didn't work out. Okay, 7-6. Keith. I'll give you a little update of what's going on in this bracket. So if you look right now, we're playing this match right here. It was supposed to be tonight. We got a snowstorm coming in, and James is from St. Cloud area. So those two will play Brian. Brian Dulia already won. He beat Margaret on Thursday night. Margaret played good too. Brian just played great. He shot everything in, kind of like what Keith's doing. They're taking a little break. So this was a 555 and under. The next tournament, you can see, is 9 ball. and it's 625 and under. Dave O'Keefe and under. And same format, single elimination. Race to 17 though. That's interesting to me. Could go quick.
Demetrius Gelatis here with Minnesota Pool Boot Camp. We live in an age with abundant information about pool, but without organization and direction, it doesn't translate into bottom line results. I've been coaching full-time for over 6 years, and I've guided more than 200 students step by step to higher levels of pool. Now I've partnered with Slate Billiard Club to provide online group coaching and make our training available to players everywhere. No travel necessary. Join us online for just $19.95 a month. You'll get access to my Minnesota Pool Boot Camp playbook, covering cue ball, pattern play, mental game, and the common leaks that people have in applying this to get their game to the next level. The best part is I'll be there working with you every step of the way to give you the direction you need to see results right away.
All right. As I kind of foreshadowed, they hadn't taken a break. I'm going to happen to take one now, so that's good. Now, getting down to the nitty gritty here. He hasn't changed his score yet. It is 7-6, Keith. A little back and forth here. Keith got out to a quick lead, and then James came back and took a lead. And now we've reversed it again. So this is about as evenly matched. This is kind of one of those matches where it's a nail biter. I think it is going to go hill. We'll see what happens. 9 ball. There we go. Little cluster again. All right, this is going to be tough to run. However, solids, in my opinion, look great. Stripes aren't too bad either. This is runnable, but it's a tough one because of the 4, 10, 11, and the cluster of and is kind of the center table is kind of congested. So the cue ball is going to have to be real tighty here, but it's doable. See if he can pump this 4 for you right now. No, he decided to wait on that. Maybe the 4 goes from the other side, so he's going the 2 to the 4. I guess he doesn't need to break it out. Yeah, 2 to the 4 in the corner, and then the 6. Good angle here. Now he can come right up to center table. I'd love to get on the 7 ball right here. Go 2 rails and get on the 7 ball right here. And if he gets funny and short, he can always shoot the 3. He went 1 rail. He's still on it, a little steeper, but that's good. His cue ball will at least go over, travel over. He could get on the 3 now right here, or the 1. I would land right here. Try to land right there. Just going to stun this over with center ball because I think he's got the perfect angle. Let's see the overhead. Yeah, that looks like a nice angle. He tried to come back out for the 3 in the side. Let's see if you see how Keith is not playing that really quick game right now. Let's see if he speeds it up once this opens up here. 12 ball. Gonna shoot the 12 and bump the 13 towards the corner. Just play a rolling ball. Like that. And he's got an angle on this 14. And it's steep enough where the cue ball is going to travel. So let's see if he holds it or it goes through the line and back. He did go through the line and back. Very nice speed control, Keith. Now this is kind of like a drill. He's got to get precise here, though. Very nice. Same thing. Other hole. Good job. Now he wants to land on this. Not on this side. He wants to be on this side of the line. Good. I think he got perfect. Boy. Senior, you're right. Play. Nice out, Keith. That puts him at 8. Yeah, it is crazy, Sharon. He's working hard on that rack. He hasn't broken and ran one, I don't think. I know James did on one. This is an important part of the set. If he could break and run one here and get on the hill, this would be huge. Nice break. He's left the cluster by where the rack was, but the balls are wide open everywhere else. So this is runnable. He's just got to break those balls out with one good shot. He could shoot if he decides on solids, he could bust them right now. All he has to do is miss the underside of this 12. Go off this rail and go into him like this. Problem is you don't have an easy shot after. You got to kind of hoping on the 1 ball shape. Let's see if that's what he does. Yeah, you're kind of hoping on shape. That's the problem. Didn't have a little insurance ball, but the 5 might go in off this 15. Let's see. Looks like he could try to make that. Call it. That's what he's doing. Watch the hit. That was a good hit. 7 goes. Keith is out here. If he makes this 7. It's wide open after this. Yeah, he's out. Now he's got the 1 ball. He's a little stuck on the rail, though. He's not wasting any time. Back to his fast and loose. 4 to the 3. Yeah, he just bump the 3 and try and get his cue ball right here. He went too far. He knows it. Oh, he's okay. Now he can go off. His cue ball could go forward off this rail here to here. Put a little inside on it even, or just follow, depending on the angle. Yeah, he didn't even need to go inside. That 10 wasn't in the way as much. Perfect. Nice run. Boy, that was timely for your first break and run there, Keith. Well done. Yeah. Senior's predicting it already. We want to go hill, but this Keith did catch a gear here when he was down. I think it was 6-5. He's won 4 games in a row, and James might not come back to the table if he gets a good break here. Keith's feeling it. James is breath of fresh air here for the fact that he gets to shoot. A little sigh of relief is what I meant to say. Oh, he did make one. Never mind. He's out here if he can make this. Yeah. Well, he's working this end of the table first. I thought he would work the 3 and the 4. He's going to save those because of the 8s on that side of the table. So he's going to save those for last. So he's going to go. No, he's not. He's got 1, 5, 7. But because he was stubborn there, he's trying to get on the 5. He got on it. Oh, look at this. He can make this 7, but his cue ball is going to run wild. I think he'll shoot the 4. He wants to finish this set so bad. He's starting to catch his gear. It's the fun thing about playing a race to 10. You can see people stretch out. We play the Seiko. It's a race to 5 on a valley. That to me is extremely difficult to stretch out. You get nervous for the first 4 games. Okay, let's see how he gets on the 7. He's trying to get on it now. And I think he did. Wow. So he's going to have the 3. He's done. What a set, guys. Yeah, he's not letting James back to the table. What a run out. He's running out the set. Well, we'll figure out whether we're going to come play in the snow tomorrow or not. I'll report back to you via Facebook on reporting the next 2 matches. Keith is in to play Brian for the next match. What a set. Well done, fellas. I'm going to go pay them off, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend.